What's good, everybody? Anonymous Ashler back here with another video. And this one's going to be more about mastering yourself, becoming the true sensei of your own life. And then you'll be able to pass it to your children or whoever else you encounter. But I just want to start off saying there's a point in life where you realize something important. Most of the problems you face didn't start with someone else, they started with you, with a choice, a pattern, a moment you ignored. I want you to understand something early, something I had to learn the hard way before you judge anyone. And I mean anyone. Before you blame anyone, definitely before you blame anyone. Before you point a finger, you have to look at yourself first. Looking within is the best way to be able to change everything around you, your mind, your mindset, your body, anything you want to change. It all starts from within. All the thoughts, all the all the negativity, anybody that's saying anything about you or doing anything towards you, it all starts with you. Just remember that. It's not to punish yourself, it's not to feel guilty, but it's to grow. And how I learned this, when I look back on my life, I don't look back to regret anything. I look for moments to growth, moments of growth, moments to study myself because it's very important that I go through that. And one of the biggest lessons that came from that time, as I was trying to fill a void within inside of me, I wasn't grounded. I wasn't whole. I wasn't even honest with myself for majority of the time. I was chasing connection because I was scared of being alone. That alone word. We'll talk about that again in another video, more detail, because being alone is one of the most powerful things you'll be able to do on this planet while you're here and in the flesh. So, as I was chasing connections, I made choices out of fear. I ignored my intuition. I ignored signs. I ignored the truth inside me that was screaming when things weren't right, when I should leave situations. But I stayed because, oh, it could be better. Oh, I can make it better. I had this imaginary thing that I can change it. And the only thing I could change is myself, which is the smartest thing to do. But instead of facing myself, instead of sitting with my emptiness, my aloneness, instead of healing, I tried to plug the hole with another person or a thing or any like sports, anything you could think of. I tried to plug the hole to ignore it so I can stop hearing that chatter, that inner dialogue that I was having, the chatter of, hey, you need to fix this, or hey, you need to sit down in some silence for a while. Just be by yourself. Hear God, right? Hear that inner wisdom. And when you do that, when you're chasing someone to avoid facing yourself or a thing, you're already setting the stage for pain. You're setting the stage for life to teach you the lesson instead of learning it yourself. Not because of who they are, not because of what they do or any other things. It's because you're choosing because you're not choosing from a place of truth. You are just kind of trying to just escape it. And when you choose from fear, life will always teach you the lesson you tried to avoid. And that is 100% the truth. You will always be taught the lesson in one form or faction. If God has a plan for you, you will be taught what you need to learn as you go on your path. There's no avoiding it. No avoiding it. And with that being said, life is a chain for real. Every moment is connected to the one before it. The situation I ended up in didn't happen because someone else was good or bad. It happened because of the choices I made before anything went wrong. A choice to ignore myself, a choice to avoid the truth, a choice to run from being alone, a choice to chase a feeling instead of building a foundation. And when I look back now, I don't blame anyone. And this goes for general situations. This isn't like an attack or anything towards anybody. This is just general situations. I actually laugh a little bit for real because I can see how clearly I set myself up, not in a self hating way, but in a truthful, accountable way. Because the moment you realize you created the situation, you also realize you can create something better. And I had this type of revelation a lot as I've been on my little spiritual journey for 3 years at this point. I see how easy it is to get hooked in situations and listen to the negative thoughts that pop in and out of your mind and just different things like that. This is not self blame. What I'm saying to you all, this is self mastery. This is the first step to becoming a true sensei of your own life and something that you will be able to pass down to your own children. You're never too old to learn, you're never too old to grow. Don't ever think that of yourself. And the good thing about it, life will always bring back the test again for you. 100%. You will never pass to the next step until until you show the universe, hey, I'm ready to go past this. It's going to give you a test again. It might be in a different form, but you will be tested. I promise you that. And if you fail it, and if you failed it the first time, it comes back. Like I told you, these tests come back. If you failed it the first time, it comes back. If you ignore the lesson, it comes back. If you blame others, it comes back. But when you finally look within, when you finally take responsibility, when you finally face yourself, that's when the tests stop repeating. That's when you move into the next transition. That's when you grow. And that's really, really important is that growing part. You're not going to be perfect in life and don't even try to be because everything is based on your heart. It's not based on how much money you make. It ain't based on your career. It ain't based on you a NBA star. It ain't based on anything. It's about your heart and your connection to God and how you are with other people. Well, that's your heart. But just remember that your heart is so important. So important. And at this point, I want to give a message to my kids because my kids will see this as they get older. And this is something I want them to understand. So they don't have to go through the pains that I had to do. But the thing is, kids, you will go through this as well. But my job as a parent is to guide you so you won't have such a hard transition when you go through your life lessons. Because I don't know what you're actually here for. But I know my job as a parent is to guide you and get you ready for when you have to go through these lessons. I need you to be grounded, your heart pure, and your connection to God strong because this world will definitely pull you away from it. I will say this, don't fear looking at yourself. Don't run from your mistakes. Don't hide from your patterns. Study them, learn from them, grow from them. Because the moment you stop blaming the world, the moment you take responsibility for your part, and I mean your part, because our dookie stinks too. Just because we could look at other people and say, hey, they're doing this, they're doing that. We need to start looking at ourselves and say, oh man, I shouldn't even been with this person, or I shouldn't even have been here. The decision you made to be somewhere is always the beginning of everything. When you decide to connect with someone or you decide to stop paying attention to the signs the universe will give you, the red flags, how somebody is, how somebody talks to someone, the disrespect. When you stop ignoring that, when you start ignoring it, that's when you start to run into the issues that I'm talking about. So The moment is for you to face yourself, children. That's when you will find your true glow. And that's the beginning of your mastery path, is when you master it's me, no one else. Once you master that part, that's the start. Because now you're not worried about what somebody else is doing. You're looking and seeing your own self's faults. And when you can do that, none of this other stuff matters. I promise you. I can promise you that. So I'll say this before and I'll say it again. Before you judge anyone, before you point a finger, and before you say they did this to me, look within. That's where the real change begins. And with that being said, I'm out of there. And you guys have a great rest of the day. Peace, love, and tranquility to you all. Peace.